WHPR-TV is now on Channel 90. Check out all of your favorite morning talk shows on Comcast Channel 90 every day from 7 a.m. to 12 noon. And watch us anytime, day or night, on all of your favorite devices. Download the WHPR-TV Now app and take us with you wherever you go. WHPR-TV is now on Comcast Channel 90 every day from 7 a.m. till noon. WHPR-TV, a Watkins Broadcasting Company. You can have your own party on TV. Party with R.J. Watkins and the TV33 family when you hold your own Facebook watch party. Connect all your friends with our friends, and we can have a watch party together. Watch your favorite TV shows when you want, how you want, with your favorite people. Here's how it works. Log on to Facebook from your computer or tablet and go to the RJ Watkins fan page at facebook.com/TV33WHPR, the one with the blue WHPR logo on the left. Like us. Click the word videos with the red tag that says live next to it. Then click the share button at the bottom of the video player and select start a watch party. Invite whoever you want. Your party will be recorded and archived for playback anytime you want. 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. At the end of the month, the viewer that has the most people at their watch party will be invited on the TV show live. Come on, let's have a party. Casting Company.
To be able to meet people from different countries enriches our lives.
Wayne County gave me so much, my degree, who I am.
The college supports you to grow. They have the different campuses. I'm like, I can try this. Makrit Shonga, Ethiopia.
Sandra Gonzalez, Mexico.
Arminalda Carrick, Bosnia.
Javed Khan, Bangladesh. Go to Wayne County. They will find your path and you will know what to do next.
You're watching Detroit's own WHPR-TV. Detroit Live.
Hi, this is LaWanda. You can watch me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on WHPR TV Now app. Download our free app at WHPR TV Now.
Wednesday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern.
I think Wayne County Community College District is the perfect place for any student.
We are all a big melting pot and sharing different experiences.
Everyone was like really friendly and they're like giving you their time. I know someone here will always be there to support me.
Arminalda Carrick, Bosnia.
Sandra Gonzalez, Mexico.
Minhas Jakia, Bangladesh.
Dennis Carrick, Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Hello, Detroit. Hello, Detroit. Highland Park, Hamtramck, all those out there in Detroit metropolitan area. We're so excited this morning. We're talking about education this morning. We're talking about employment. Talking about the city of Detroit. Our 318th birthday is on July 24th, 2019. We were founded in 1701, so we're so excited about that. But also, we started a topic last hour. We're here with Janice Winfrey, the wife of Tyrone Winfrey for 32 years. But also, just as important, she's the Detroit City Clerk and chairperson of the Detroit Elections Commission. And we've gotten into talking about the voting for 2020. And so Mrs. Winfrey, Janice, can you introduce who you have here now again?
Yes, we have with us one of our senior trainers, our senior trainers at the Department of Elections.
Senior trainer.
She trains all of our poll workers, Roz Kimbrell, and Roz like to
tell us about yourself, good Roz.
Hi, thank you for having me today.
All right.
I'm here to spread the word that we are fired up and ready to go.
Okay.
And we are getting ready for 2020, and training is very, very important.
Okay, so training, why is training so important?
Because we need to reach and connect with our poll workers and teach them about things that change with our laws, with how to best tabulate our ballots, with things going on with the new proposal. We're going to have more absentee ballots, and that's going to make it, we'll need more people to work with us on election day, let's say at Coble Hall and at our poll locations. So it's a big deal.
So you talked about a new proposal, and some new people are calling in and waking up at 9 o'clock hour, and so they may not have heard last hour. What proposal are we talking about? What proposal is that?
I will yield to Mr. Azus on that.
Okay, Mr. Azus?
We're talking about Proposal 3.
Proposal 3, okay?
Yes.
So what did the Proposal 3 do to change this whole process?
It changes the registration, procedure, and absentee voting.
Okay.
Registration, now when you go to make a transaction at the Secretary of State, either driver's license or personal ID, you're automatically registered to vote.
Automatically registered.
Automatically
Detroit, registered to vote.
That's correct.
Okay.
Unless you decline. Right.
So Mr. Azus, and before you go further, what will happen to all these voter registration drives, get people to vote? You don't have to do that anymore, or what?
Oh, no, we still do that.
Still do that, okay.
Oh, yeah, in addition.
Okay.
That's correct.
Okay.
And if I may add, we encourage our constituents to continue to have those voter registration drives. They're good. We don't want to miss anyone, ever.
Gotcha.
That's
gotcha.
correct.
Okay.
That's correct. And then, as far as the close of registration, that no longer applies.
Okay.
In the past, the registration would close 30 days before an election.
Okay.
Now it doesn't close until the polls close.
Wow.
Yeah, which is huge.
That's
huge.
Yes, it is.
Mrs. Winfrey, y'all making it happen. Miss Roz, Mr. George, all right?
And don't forget, you no longer need a reason to vote by absentee.
So no longer a reason. So you can just vote absentee.
Just vote absentee if that's your choice.
So how does a person vote absentee? What do they have to do?
They request an absentee ballot.
Okay.
They can do that via mail. They can come into the office and request.
Okay.
They can they request online now? They
Yes,
can send
yes.
requests online.
Okay. So once they vote absentee, what do they do with that ballot? What happens?
George, do you want to talk about that process?
What do they do with the ballot?
Yeah, once.
Do they mail it back?
They can
They
mail
bring
it back.
in
They
what?
can mail it back, and it's postage paid.
Okay.
They can drop it off.
Postage paid? They don't have to put a stamp on it?
Always.
No stamp. They can drop it off at one of our
No reason to not
satellites.
vote. No reason to not vote.
No
Come on,
reason.
y'all.
Yes.
That's right.
And they can drop it off at our department or one of our satellite locations.
Okay. And before we go further, we have a call on line 3. Caller, you on the line with Tyrone Winfrey, Janice Winfrey, Roz Kimbrough, and George Azus.
Yes, you was right. I did not get my question answered.
Okay.
What I was saying, I think it's 1996.
1996.
I've been around a long time. I caught Jack Kerry manipulating the absentee, and I had to vote stop to Candace Middle, the Secretary of State. So I'm very well aware of elections.
Okay.
In the National Registration Act was being violated by the clerk's office. I gave it to John Conyers, and he done like he's always done. I had to prove that it was being manipulated, people was being taken off, put on, and it was only supposed to during the federal election. So I'm aware of that. And I also called in, and people down there at the clerk of the election office, I don't know. What are you talking about? Results? What? And I didn't get any unofficial over the phone. I didn't get the results of the election. At 11 o'clock that night, it wasn't on TV, and I would bet the clerk that she did not put it on TV. And
okay.
I didn't get it unofficial revolt for about a
Okay, we're going to answer this question one more time. We're talking about unofficial versus official. Ms. Winfrey, can you explain that?
I think he was clear this time when he said he's thinking he did not receive his unofficial results over the telephone when you called. Is that correct? I think that's what I heard him say.
Right.
So unofficial results can be received in a number of ways. It's real-time result reporting on our website. You can look on your phone or your computer on election night and get real-time result reporting. That means as the vote is counted, as the data is uploaded, the results are changing right in front of you via your phone, your computer. As it relates to the media 2, 4, and 7 are always live streaming from the Department of Elections on election night. So as the results come in, the screen on television, you'll usually see a little ticker at the bottom of the television as the results are coming in and as the numbers are changing. If you were to come down to the Department of Elections, which you are welcome to do, you also can receive and view real live result reporting from our media room, which is open to the public. We have a media room which allows you to realize and view real-time results, as well as on the first floor in the lobby at the Department of Elections. There is a screen that comes down, and it's showing you real live result reporting.
Absolutely. If you think about the stock market or Georgia, if we talk about sports, when you go to that third floor, you can see real time what's going on. It's like the game. The score is changing and so forth, or it's like, watching the stock market, the Dow going up and down and so forth. You can go down that third floor and watch it in real time. I love going down there. I just love just sitting down there watching it.
But, maybe some of our viewing audience, like the caller, maybe they don't want to come down to the Department of Elections. So
you can do it on the phone?
So about 4 years ago, we implemented the process where you can get real-time result reporting right on your phone. Right
4 years ago?
Phone.
Wow.
We have a link that we've shared in our Election Connection newsletter that goes to every registered voter household that has that link on there that all they have to do is put that into their search and then pull it up, and they can view the real-time elections result reporting on election night right there from the comfort of their homes.
Wow. Come on, y'all. Call in this morning, 313-868-0342, 313-868-0351, 313-868-4336. Miss Kimbrough, we live in a world of technology now.
Right.
And you go to vote, and you see the laptops and so forth, and you see sometimes you see a lot of younger people involved in this process. Tell us more about these these trainees. Tell us about them.
Well, first, it takes a village to do what we do, and we really want to invite the community to join us in this process, and we're uniting more with Detroit. We're looking for workers who are 16 years of age and U.S. citizens.
Wait a minute, 16? They can work for you?
They can.
Yes. Come on,
they
young
can.
people, parents.
They can.
Y'all talk about jobs, 16.
And there is a stipend. Let me mention that. You can receive a little bit of
you get some money?
There we go. There we go.
And we're one of the highest paid. Our poll workers make the most in the state.
That's
wow.
right.
As they should. We're the largest municipality, so they can make up to $300, tax-free dollars.
Because we got 3 elections.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine? Just add up all that
$300
money.
for one day?
Yes. Yes.
Woo.
So
and school is closed that day usually.
Yes.
So they're out of school. Come on, no excuse, parents.
There we go.
We got some callers call in, but go ahead. Go ahead with your thoughts.
So our training starts September 23rd.
September 23rd.
And we're going to be holding classes at WC3, the East Campus.
Wayne County Community
and
College
downtown
District.
Campus.
Dr. Curtis Ivory.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And our Northwest Campus.
Wow. So if I'm at home early Saturday morning,
yes.
I'm cooking breakfast, I'm hearing all this great information,
right.
and I have a 16-year-old that needs a job and so forth, who do they call?
Please give us a call at 313-876-2031 or 2030. That connects directly to the staff in our training department, and we'll be happy to take your call and get information from you and sign you up for training.
Can you repeat those numbers again?
I would love to.
Wow.
313-876-2031 or 2030.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go to our phone lines. Caller, you on line 3. You're with Janice Winfrey, Tyrone Winfrey, Roz Kimbrough, and George Azus.
Hello, this is Jen. I'm calling basically for the innovative ways that you actually have came up to touch those voters between 18 and 30. I do have an idea, but I would like to know what you have out now or what are you planning, and what money may be aside for that range of voters that need to get into to vote.
Okay, so did you all hear the question?
I couldn't. It was breaking up a little bit.
Okay, breaking up a little bit, but it sounds like it's about trying to get the millennials to vote. Is that right, caller?
That is correct. Yeah, that is correct. I know it's still staticky.
No, that was much better.
Okay.
Okay.
We're trying. And what do you have any ideas as well? Because you got the crew that makes it happen right here in Detroit. this morning.
Okay. Well,
Any ideas that you
I have an idea.
Okay, go ahead.
And I will put it out there. I kind of wrote a proposal back maybe a couple of years ago and submitted it to the Knight Foundation, trying to get grant monies to do something in this particular area because I was working with the school system. What about a overall metropolitan, or it just could be Detroit, mock election, and we'll vote for perhaps the mayor, city clerk, and things of that nature, and let the young people between 18 and 30 be candidates for this particular mock voting.
That's amazing, and it's a brilliant idea. Let me share with you what we did in 2000 and I want to say 14, 16. So we had mock elections with the Detroit Public Schools. All of the schools participated in this mock election, and we used their student council, and we met with them throughout the year. And the ballot had initiatives that spoke to them. In other words, some of the initiatives or ballot questions were, can we use our cell phones during the lunch hour? Can we have these particular items on the menu in the cafeteria? Can we have breaks at this designated time? Or whatever the questions were. It was a full ballot. And we came up, we designed the ballot, we helped them design the ballot so that it fit into our regular tabulator. And we had an election day at Detroit Public Schools. And every school every high school in the city of Detroit participated in this election day, citywide election day for DPS is what we called it. And then the beautiful part about it is the results of the election actually became part of the DPS culture. So it was very exciting to do, and the young people were really, really impressed and participated in the process.
And Ms. Winfrey, you also had the state school district involved, the Education Achievement Authority, and I remember that. That was a great process. So, caller, I like the idea of the mock elections, and I was just talking to Mr. Jesus the other day about the training that's going on, and he talked about training camp and so forth, some of the things they're looking to do. So your information is very valid. Okay?
Understood, and I truly thank you for that.
Okay.
What about individuals that are not so connected with the school that we need to really touch to bring in and educate? I understand the big focus on the schools.
Yes.
Excellent. But there is a whole group there that we are just not touching.
You're absolutely correct. And what we do is we have an event that we call Candidates in the Hood, and it's called that on purpose. And it's advertised through iHeartRadio 92.3 and those affiliates who are associated with iHeart. And we have a big event at the park. It's just for the 18 to 30-year-old. And what they do, we give away T-shirts, Candidate in the Hood T-shirts. We have local artists, rap artists participate. We have the hot radio station. I don't know those stations, but I think it's 105 Hot or something.
107.5.
You're good. They're there.
105.9. Go ahead.
They're there at the park, and they have their truck, and they blast their music. We give out prizes. Of course, we register. Of course, we recruit and employ them if they're interested. But what we also do is we have the candidates who are on the ballot. We invite them to share their thoughts with these young people so that they can question them and just meet them and kind of help them decide how they want to vote. We do that at the park. That's right there on the corner of West Grand Boulevard and 3rd. Is that 3rd? That's next to our building. And we also have done it on the rooftop at the music hall. And a lot of the voters say, well, I didn't know about this. Well, it's not for you. It's for the millennials. It's the 18 to 30-year-old. It's the candidates in the hood. And that's the way that we try and get our millennials more involved in the process. Your ideas are amazing, and they sound like they're in line with what we do, some of the things that we do. I would love, love, love to have your input, to have you to give us a call at the office at 313-876-0880. and asked to speak with me. And I would love to sit down and have a conversation with you because it sounds like you have a wealth of knowledge and that you're already in line with what we're doing. And if we can grow and do more, we would love to invite you to sit with us and have a conversation with us. Again, that number is 313-876-0880.
So, caller, there
And
you
I definitely will be calling.
Thank you.
There you go. There you go, caller. You can call
thank you.
the city clerk and have a conversation with her. Coffee with the clerk. We're just going to call that. All right. So we're going to go to our next caller. Thank you. Have a great day, caller. Caller, you on line 2. You with Janice Winfrey, Tyrone Winfrey, Ross Kimbrough, as well as George Azus, talking about the elections process. Yes. Go ahead with your question or comment.
Hi, this is Trent Floyd, and I am questioning about, do you think for some people it's a hassle to hello?
Yes, hello, Mr. Floyd. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Trent Floyd. Go ahead, Trent Floyd.
Oh, hi. This is a question for Ms. Winfrey. Do you think voting will ever be accessible on the phone?
Okay.
Because I know.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Do you think voting will ever be accessible on the phone?
Yeah, Trent, I'd like to say yes.
Okay.
I'd like to say yes. I think that's one of the only ways that we're going to get the young people to participate. May I ask you, Trent, how old are you?
15.
15
years old. He asked about voting on the phone.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. Yes. I would like to say that voting should be accessible online or via the internet. I don't know when that'll happen. That will be a national initiative. But I do think that I think that those in power to be your legislators, are looking in that direction. I think that's a brilliant idea. Trent, may I ask what school you attend?
I go to UAD Jesuit High School and Academy.
All right. Okay. UAD. All right.
And so the Department of Election was there, yes?
Right.
And
yes.
And we register your young people, the young people at that school, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Trent, I like your call, and the thing is, when you think about the millennials, you think about people your age, maybe you all can help with that process.
Yes.
Eventually getting us to register or to vote by way of the phone. What do you think?
I think that sounds good.
Okay. Well, we'll keep up the great work. Anything you want to ask? Because you got the expert panel here this morning, brother.
Mr. Winfrey, do you think you work in the schools for 20 plus years?
Uh-huh.
Do you think all Detroit residents to Detroit should attend Detroit public schools?
Well, my thing is I'm about choice, and so far, Detroit Public Schools, I'm excited about what Dr. Nikolai Vidi's doing there. I'm excited about what's happening at UAD Jesuit. I'm just excited about education because of when you talk about voting education, it's almost the same. There's so many things that happen, particularly for black folks, to have an education. At one time, we had to go to school with federal troops down with the Little Rock 9 back in 1957 or 59. Mm-hmm. And then you talk about Ruby Bridges, and you talk about all the folks that couldn't. Think about Oliver Wendell Brown. This man, Brown versus Board of Education versus Topeka, Kansas, in 1953, his kids had to go to an inferior school on the other side of town when there was a good school right near his house, but the school didn't accept African Americans. So when I talk about education, it's very important, and the same thing with voting. Think about in South Africa, how after Mandela was released, and eventually they stood in line for days in the hot sun to vote. Think about that. So I believe education is important. I believe voting is important. So no matter if you go to choice schools, whatever school, I just want you to go to school.
And if I can piggyback on that, as a former DPS teacher, or tenure teacher, mm-hmm. I strongly believe that every child is entitled mm-hmm. to a good, quality, free education.
Absolutely. Is that good, Mr. Trent? Mr. Floyd?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, thank you. You continue to have a great summer. And we got some other callers on the line.
Thank you for your call.
Thank you for your call, Trent.
All right, bye.
Line 1, you're with Tyrone Winfrey, Janice Winfrey, Roz Kimbrough, and George Azus. Who's calling in today? Go ahead with your question or comment.
Yes, good morning to everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, I want to congratulate the young fellow that just spoke. That's good that our youngsters are getting involved in voting.
Yes, our young people up listening this early. That's great.
Yeah, it is.
Right, and we need everybody to make sure they get out there and register and vote. We need people to I mean, if you have to pick them up to go register,
Okay.
get them in that vote because it's very important that we get change that Washington so-called leaders sitting up there out of that office. Now, one more thing I'm gonna say. I forgot my thought. I might have to call back on. I'm gonna call back. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay, well, we appreciate your call. You get that call, you get that thought, and call back, and we'll be here for you. We have Janice Winfrey, we have Roz Kimbrough, Georgia Zeus, and Tyrone Winfrey.
Okay,
right. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Caller on line 3, come on with your question or comment. Janice Winfrey, Roz Kimbrough, Georgia Zeus, and Tyrone Winfrey here today.
Hi, my name is Avis Randall.
How you doing, Miss Randall?
I'm doing well. How are y'all?
I'm doing good.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Miss Randall. Go ahead with your question or comment.
Wonderful. I am a millennial. I'm 31 years old. And I think that the young caller, which is great that you called, especially being his age 15, his idea was great. You know, trying to put it on the phone, I understand that it has to be a national level. But as far as being millennials out vote, I did absentee ballot, and that was very beneficial for me because I don't like to not know about the candidates before I actually go to the poll.
Okay.
So I tried to take advantage of having absentee ballots. I could do research for myself. And one of the challenges that I found was that there wasn't a specific website that would provide us with all in one place information about all the candidates. And I think it would be very big. I'm not sure if you guys had that because it was a while ago and I was doing a lot of research. I just know the process was strenuous for me. So my question is there a specific one location or website that you would recommend in the future for millennials like myself to research all the candidates with all the information? And then secondly, I would recommend definitely the phone because all of us millennials, we are on our phones. That website, even having a celebrity, come in to kind of like hype up. It's unfortunate that you have to do that, but definitely an option, like getting the celebrity to, come in, hype up voting, especially like a local artist like Big John. He's awesome. Social media is a huge thing. Facebook, Instagram, my favorite is Instagram as millennial. So I think those are definitely some points that you may look at. And then like the job, like Quicken Loan has a lot of millennials, maybe seeing if you can infiltrate, the organization that way.
So Ms. Randall, you got all kind of great ideas.
Yes.
And you're talking about bringing in Big Sean or somebody like that. Also, you're talking about having a website, or is there a website where I can find out about the candidates, Ms. Winfrey?
Yeah, I'd love to meet you as well, young lady. We hire millennials as well. We had Usher come in, and Usher did a huge thing for us, a rally for us in 2012, was it? I think it was 2012, and it was amazing. It's very difficult. Big Sean has done things for us as well. Very difficult to get those big artists in to come in, but it does happen on occasion. We're able to make it happen. So as a nonpartisan entity, the Department of Elections cannot share with you candidates' information other than their name and the position they're running for. However, when people call, I often refer them to the League of Women Voters.
Right.
Just one of the other nonpartisan entities that their sole one of their sole responsibilities is to interview every candidate and to get their opinion and take on different positions, and then they print that by way of a newsletter, and they also have an online a website whereby you can go in and get that information. This year we're partnering with them and even allowing them to share some of our space so that they can be right there on site. Again, the Department of Elections City Clerk's Office is a nonpartisan entity, and we're not allowed by law to provide you that information. However, we do partner with the League of Women Voters, who's able to provide you with a lovely guide both printed and online, that speaks to all of the candidates that are on the ballot during that particular election.
So, Ms. Winfrey, can Ms. Randall call you as well?
Absolutely,
Give us a
Ms.
number.
Randall
Give-
can
give-
call
give Ms.
at
Randall your number.
313-876-0880 and ask for
Got it.
myself.
Okay, you
I
got
look
that, Ms.
forward
Randall?
to it, Ms.
Wait, Ms.
Randall.
Randall, what high
Yes.
school did you attend?
I attended King High School.
And what university did you
Martin Luther
attend? What
The
university?
University of Michigan Ann Arbor campus.
Oh my God! Go
nice.
blue! Go blue, Ms.
There you
Randall! Go blue!
Rosalind.
May I
Go
add-
ahead, Ms. Kimbrough.
Ms. Randall, I wanted to say to you, I love your enthusiasm. It's great to hear that feedback. It just really gets us excited about getting ready for 2020. Might you be interested with 25 or maybe 1,000 of your friends? Work with us at one of our polling
Wow.
locations
Oh, my God.
or at Cobo Hall,
They're
because
giving us jobs this morning.
we need that energy. We need what you're providing and we're hearing today. Is that a thought?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is a thought. Yes, Ms. Kimbrough, it is.
Okay, so that other number that I want to share with you is 313-876-2030.
Okay.
And we are providing training classes that start on September 23rd for everyone out there in Detroit, Monday through Thursday, 9 o'clock a.m. through 12 o'clock noon, and 6 o'clock p.m. through 9 o'clock p.m., and on Friday mornings only from 9 a.m. to 12 o'clock noon, and Saturdays. We're going to be there from 9 to noon and 1 o'clock to 4. We have provided time slots for everybody's schedule. We want to be there and be available for whomever is willing to work with us. We really need everybody.
Okay, Ms. Randall, thank you for all the great work you're doing, and hopefully take advantage of meeting with Mrs. Winfrey and Mrs. Kimbrough. And I know your family, great family, the Randall family. Go blue.
Thank you.
Okay.
So blue.
Have a great day.
Thank you all.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Caller, you're on line 2 with Janice Winfrey, Roz Kimbrough, Georgia Zeus, and Tyrone Winfrey, the panel that's talking about the elections process. Go ahead with your question or comment.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you speak up just a little bit?
Okay. Good morning. This is Cheryl Ajamu.
Good
How you doing, Cheryl? Good morning.
Good morning. My question doesn't really have a lot to do with the election. You had asked me to just listen in. I'm with the Detroit Football Classic.
Okay. Oh, with the Detroit, the Detroit Football Classic. Wait a minute, Cheryl. You're talking about the classic that we used to have, and now we're going to have again in 2020. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Oh my God! Tell us what's going on with the Football Classic.
Well, the weekend will be September the 4th, 5th, 2020, and you're going to be featuring 2 historical black colleges and universities.
Okay.
We'll announce those later this year, but we want to, more importantly, expose our youth to opportunities at BCUs, which is the primary focus.
Okay. Now, what's the date of that Football Classic again?
September 4th and 5th.
Okay.
So the 5th is a Saturday, and that will be the football game. And then Friday we'll have some community kind of fan experience event.
Okay. Well, Cheryl, we appreciate that, and also this kind of ties in because that September will be right before the big general election. Is it possible that we can have maybe, or this team here can have a table or something at this big Football Classic?
Yes, we can definitely work something out with that.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for calling in about that. And I know you're doing some great work. Ms. Roz Kimbrough, can you give her your phone number?
I would love to. If you could give me a call, that would be wonderful. We can connect, and my number is 313-876-0556.
Okay.
And I know Cheryl of her work, and in fact, Greater Grace Temple is having its College Fair and Career Expo on November 7th and 8th of this year. I'm giving a shout out for that. We're going to have so many colleges, universities, as well as skilled trades, employers there. And Ms. Cheryl is helping with that process. So we thank you on behalf of Greater Grace Temple, Bishop Charles H. Ellis III, helping with that process to help take our College Fair and Career Expo to another level, and then in 2020 to take it into a greater level. Clap it up for Cheryl. Yes, all right, Cheryl.
Thank you, Cheryl.
And thank you for the opportunity to partner with you guys.
Okay, well, thank you. You have a great day as well.
And thank you. Have
all right.
a good day.
Okay. Caller, you're on line 3 with Janice Winfrey, Roz Kimbrough, Georgia Zeus, and Tyrone Winfrey. How can I help you today? Hello, Detroit.
Yes, just Ken calling back. I remembered what I wanted to say.
Okay, go ahead, man.
First of all, we got to be careful. Goodness. First of all, what do you think about the situation with they're moving all these immigrants and stuff, talking about, all these babies and stuff in cages, and I think that's very inhumane, that immigration stuff. Leave them people alone and all that. One more thing, God, I wrote it down. Oh, that situation with one of the Congress ladies, what's her name, Cortez, supposed to be making some kind of racist statement. We got to let all that alone. The Republicans sitting back, they like for us to feud among each other. I can't think of the lady's name.
Okay.
It's been on TV. But we can't let that stuff divide us. That's what happens.
That's
the
true. Democrats
get it fighting against each other, and then we got people look like me and you go along with that,
right,
and then vote the other way. So anyway, I had to call back for that.
Okay, well, we appreciate your call, and the key thing, you talked about some of the social issues, some of the things that are going on now, and I always hear, Mrs. Winfrey, correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of times when we look at what's going on, it's who we voted for.
Absolutely.
So we're not going to talk about who to vote for on the show, but at the same time, or I know your office can't talk about it, but why is it so important to vote overall?
Well, just some of the things that this caller is saying is why it's so important that people are engaged in the process.
Okay.
And don't let all this stuff confuse you and deter you from voting. People that do things and bring up little stuff that don't even matter. Because I don't get all involved in that. I've been voting to vote to get the right person in office, and that's what you have to do.
That's
all
right.
right. Thank you.
Well, thank you. And you know what? He said something which is very true. Don't let these things discourage you from voting. Now, Mr. Zeus, you talked about you can vote absentee, you can vote at the polling place, all these places, and you register to vote when you get your license. So there's no excuse, is it?
And you can vote a full 30 days prior to election day.
Where can they vote 30 days prior to?
At one of our satellite voting locations.
Can you tell us what those sites are?
Well, we're developing new ones because now we want to put one in every city council district in the city of Detroit. So right now you can vote at Wayne County Community College, Northwest Campus, Eastern Campus, Downtown Campus. You can vote in Southwest Detroit at the recreation centers, at Patton Recreation Center, and the like. So we will have seven voting, satellite votings in every district in the city of Detroit where you can vote your ballot Monday through Saturday.
Okay. Now,
Monday through Saturday,
so
9 to 5.
We haven't moved to the Jetson stage of Trent Floyd so far as voting by phone or Avis Randall voting by phone. But you're saying in each council district, there will be a physical location where you can vote leading up to the election.
That is correct.
Okay. How is that satellite voting? Do people come out to those satellite places?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
It's convenient. On your way to work, on your way from work, on a lunch break, if you're shopping somewhere, you can stop in and cast your ballot.
Wow.
Wherever place is convenient for you, because we have all ballot styles in those facilities. So you don't have to be in a particular precinct. Just if it's good for you, if it's convenient for you, and you're there, vote your ballot.
So, Ms. Kimbrough.
Yes.
Because you're going to have all these places you can vote, plus you have your regular precincts on election day or whatever, what type of person are you looking to work at those polls and be trained?
Oh, my gosh.
What kind of thing? What kind of qualifications?
We need everybody, as I've said before. We need our millennials.
Okay.
We need our veterans, people who have lived in the community for long periods of time and care about Detroit. Their expertise, folks who have worked at the polls with us before, know people at their church, in their community block clubs. We want those people to come. People who are curious and interested in making sure that the process of everybody's vote going through successfully and correctly.
And not only that, we need people who like people.
Ooh,
we need people who like people.
You don't want somebody that's just angry.
We
and
don't
all
want
that.
just mean people serving the populace.
Why are you coming to vote?
We want people who like people, good customer service,
Yes.
Okay.
and want to serve.
So do you all train them on customer service as to how they should, act and so forth?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's important.
That's important to us, and that's what our staff is going through right now.
Right.
We have to up our game when it comes to serving, when it comes to customer service, so that we can parlay that to our poll workers.
Okay. So, Mr. Zeus, I know that you talked about doing a lot of community outreach.
Mm-hmm.
And Ms. Kimbrough, she indicated about the churches and so forth, community groups and all that. Are you all taking, or how will you take all that we talked about today? How are you going to take it out in the community?
How are we going to take it out to the community?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get out to the community. We're going to educate them
Okay.
on everything, Proposal 3, and how it affects
Okay.
every voter.
Okay. Okay.
We're going to give them all the options we have.
Okay.
To make it more convenient for them to vote.
Okay. Okay.
Because Proposal 3 was designed to give the voters
Mhm.
and the citizens easier access to the ballot, and we want to extend that, give them even more. Give them more access to the ballot by extending our offices,
Okay.
expanding our satellites,
Okay.
and things like that.
Okay. And how many years have you been with elections?
Almost 30 years now.
30 years of experience.
Yeah.
And Tyrone, we're going to continue to do things like we're doing just today.
Mhm.
We're going to get on these airwaves and radio waves, and we're going to get in the print media,
Mhm.
and we're going to be at block clubs, and we're
Okay.
going to do just what we're doing today. We're working 24/7 to get the word out always. Block clubs, please call on us. We have an
Family
outreach
reunions.
team. Family
reunion.
reunions.
Y'all go to the family reunion? Movies?
Absolutely.
We will.
Absolutely.
The family reunion, while they eating the barbecue on Belle Isle at Shed Number 2, they'll come and talk to you about voting.
We certainly will. We certainly
So,
will.
so churches, community groups, so forth. If somebody's out there with a community group, block club, and they want you to come out, who should they call?
They call 876
Okay.
0880. They call
Okay.
that number. I was just booked yesterday for 2 block clubs
Okay.
that I'll be going to over the next week or 2.
Okay. Can you repeat that number again?
Yeah, the number is 313-876-0880.
Okay. Well, the lines are downright. I mean, you can call in, but nobody's calling in. 313-868-0342, 313-868-0351, or 313-868-4336. But we do have a text question. They texting questions in, Ms. Winfrey.
Excellent question.
Okay, we're all in agreement with Russia interferes with our election. The black vote will be critical in Ohio, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Illinois, and Michigan. How are the cities and counties working with the Federal Elections Commission, I guess, to get the vote out? How is your office working with the federal?
Yeah, well, so we meet with and plan with the state via the Secretary of State, State Department of Elections, State Bureau of Elections, and that's where we get our marching orders, if you will, as it relates to election laws and mandates. And then we follow those election laws and mandates to the letter.
Wow.
I like to remind people who somehow get confused and think that Detroit was part of that. In no way. Detroiters voted 96% in the last presidential election Democrat.
So
96% of Detroiters voted Democrat.
Wow.
The state might have gone red, but it certainly wasn't Detroit.
So you're saying the Russians didn't come down on Linwood?
The Russians didn't come down on
7 miles,
Linwood.
going to the schools.
That's exactly
I'm just keeping it
what I'm
real,
saying.
y'all. You hear all kind of stuff. So the Russians didn't come down. Well, we got a call on line 3. Hope it's not from Russia. Line 3, you're on the line with Janice Winfrey, Roz Kimbrough, George Zeus, and Tyrone Winfrey.
Yeah, this is Ken calling back. Sorry to keep calling.
That's all right, man.
But you know what? I wrote down some stuff. I wrote down. Now, during the election for the 2020, that means the city officers, the people in city government and state and all, right? Judges. So all of that's all going to be on the ballot along with the president.
Oh,
and stuff
okay.
and all that.
Okay, his question is what's going to be on the ballot beside the presidential?
What's going to be on the ballot?
Yeah, whatever officers will be on the ballot.
And which election is referring to?
You're talking about 2020.
Then the other question.
Do the primaries.
The presidential primary, only the president.
Okay, the presidential primary is only the president. But
Okay.
Okay.
Regular primary.
Then the regular primary.
The regular primary will have the Congress.
Okay.
State Senate.
Okay.
Republican, the
Precinct
House of
delegates.
Reps.
Okay, House of Rep.
And
the Senate.
The Senate.
Okay.
And some county
City
offices.
employees
And
city
county offices.
Something like that. Okay.
So you have several. Remember, this is presidential. You have some state, some congressional offices, as well as some state
and county.
And county. Okay.
Something else I want to say.
Okay.
Now, I'm very upset, and I'm working on the situation. I'll be writing the governor about this.
Okay.
And Dr. Beatty, I'm a graduate of Detroit Public School in 1968, Murray Wright High School.
All right, Murray Wright.
Now, anyway, they took the cursive writing out of school, which I think is very wrong. That's your signature. And I know people will say, well, they're in the computer age, but that doesn't mean we still need our signature, and they need to know how to write. Every place you go to don't go into computers. I know nothing about computer, texting, and all that.
Okay.
So I think that should be put back in the schools.
Okay.
That's not no extra program where it costs money to do. So I'm working on that to make sure they get back in there because our children know how to write.
Also, caller, I'm fortunate to be chairperson of the Detroit Public Schools Community District Alumni Council, Alumni Advisory Council. Our next meeting is at Renaissance High School on August the 6th at 6 o'clock. We would love for you to come out. Murray Wright has not been represented, and this council, we service all the high schools, alumni associations that are open, all the high schools that are open, and the ones that are closed, including McKenzie, Murray Wright, Cooley, and so forth. So,
okay, what number can I contact you with for that information?
Call me at 313-421-6028.
Wait a minute, 421.
60.
421.
Yep, 6028.
28.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks a lot, man. We look forward to seeing you at that meeting. Okay.
Bye.
All right, thank you. Have a great day. Caller, you on line one with Janice Winfrey, Roz Kimbrough, Georgia Zeus, and Tyrone Winfrey talking about the elections process.
Great morning. How's everyone today?
I'm doing good.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Wonderful. I called in to commend you on this information. This is power.
Okay.
And I'm excited. I'm learning a lot here, and I'm listening to the responses. You all have the answers for the caller's questions, and I called in to commend you. You're doing a wonderful job.
Well, we appreciate that.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate that. Do you have any questions or comments yourself? Any questions yourself?
Well, actually, I was listening to the last caller, and I was going to comment on the cursive writing also because I'm noticing that a lot of things now are electric signatures.
Right.
And they're taking that away from the things that we came up on.
Right.
And I'm very excited. He kind of, I was like, wait a minute, this guy, he can't ask my question. I need to ask my own question. but I listened to that, and he actually answered my question for me. But again, this is not just something that you all are taking calls and not having the answer, saying I'm going to get back with you or let me check into it, or this the evidence and the information is right there, and I see that you've done your homework, and I just, again, called in to commend you all. You're doing a wonderful job.
We appreciate it. Thank you for that. Thank you. You have a great day, sir. We appreciate your call. Thank you. You all, the caller was right. You all have the answers. It's not about just get back. I'll get back with you. The only time you're giving out the numbers, basically, call and give us some more innovation, give us some more creativity. Plus, you're hiring people, Ms. Ross. Am I right?
Not me, but yes, as a family, we're hiring people.
Y'all don't call it. I always call it a family.
That's right. That's right.
Like Rock, family of companies. Y'all a family. So if they want to get a job, they can get a job on election day. But can they get? What about leading up to? Okay, I know you got the poll workers that are being paid on election day, but what about? Are you hiring people that kind of can help you in preparation for election day?
Absolutely.
Okay.
In all ways.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of positions
that
are those?
position is called the election clerical assistant.
Okay.
George, you want to speak to the election clerical?
Yeah, election clerical assistants. We hire them approximately 6 months out of the year. to help us prepare for the elections for the whole year.
Okay.
And it's, like I said, temporary position for 6 months, but it's full-time as well. They're working 8 to 5 every day, sometimes Saturdays. We also hire poll workers leading up to Election Day as well to work on operations that need to be done before the election day, like AV processing, work in the satellite offices like Roz was alluding to, things like that.
So our poll workers, some of them, yes, the greater majority of them work the one day, but also we have a good number of them that work several weeks prior to and after election day as well. They're still classified as poll workers.
Wow, y'all got all kind of jobs. Now also, I gotta ask this question because we're going up against the final few minutes here. But your office, Mrs. Winfrey, or Janice, my wife, my lovely wife, 32 years, you have the elections office, you got the clerk's office, and you got the archives office.
My favorite.
You got 3 different offices.
Yes.
Over 200 folks. What's going on with that? What are those other 2 offices?
So the clerk's office is the office that maintains the work for city council, if you will.
Okay.
We clerk the meetings, all of their meetings.
Okay.
We make sure that those notes and actions are detailed and chronicalized and turned into the journals, which their actions turn into law in some cases. And we maintain all of those proceedings from the council in our archives facility, where we have proceedings from the first city council meeting that was held in the city of Detroit until current council meeting. So not only do we maintain those records, we also codify the laws. It's a 10-year process. And that simply means making sure that the laws on the records of the city of Detroit are all accurate, that they're up to date, and that any laws that are passé are removed. We're just finalizing the codification process, which is super exciting for me. We've been doing it ever since I've been in office. And we're going to realize our new set of codification documents. We're expecting to get that done by when the council comes back from their recess in August. So we're super excited about that. And then archives holds all of the information that official documents are maintained for the city of Detroit in the archives facility. And those documents are from the very first incorporation of the city of Detroit until current day. Prior to my administration, those documents were not really kept properly. They weren't chronicalized. But now they are, and those that can be digitized are digitized. But the clerk's office is a very ancient office. In just the clerk's office in and of itself, not necessarily mine. So when people come in and they see the official seal for the city of Detroit, which is a very old piece of equipment, or they see actual typewriters that they used maybe in the 40s, and they say, oh, she needs to update. Well, some of those things cannot be updated. They have to use that particular form of seal, if you will, or documents, if you will. There is a thing called a real signature that must take place by the clerk in blue, true copy certificates that must be maintained. So a good portion of my job is signing my name. And people think, oh, can't you do that electronically? No, you can't, because law requires a real signature on certain documents.
So we're talking about handwriting again.
And we're talking, and that's why that signature I can so relate is so important that people know how to sign their names.
Before we go off there, we got 2 quick callers. Thank you for that great information about the clerk's office, the archives, and the elections office. Caller, you on line 3 with Janice Winfrey, Roz Kimbrough, Georgia Zeus, and Tyrone Winfrey. You got 30 seconds. Hello?
Oh, sorry. Okay, so this is Miss Randall again, Avis Randall. I have a
Okay, Miss Randall, just speak up just a little bit.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I have a question and then I have a statement. My question is, I'm not sure if you guys already answered to Ms. Kimbrough and Mrs. Winfrey, the training classes that you guys have in the near future, are you able to put that on Instagram so like I could share it with my platform?
Yes, we do have an Instagram page.
All right.
Miss Randall. It's Janice for the Win. And though that page is also is used for those kind of purposes, putting
Okay.
up those kinds of information. So look for it, please.
Okay. And go ahead with your comment.
The training information, the dates will be on there as well?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay, wonderful. And then my comment is, I'm a part of the organization. I'm a COO of Living Breakthrough Breast Cancer, and we're having a gala. I wanted to invite you all, as well as your listeners, to our gala. It's a black tie gown gala at the Cobo Hall. It's going to be July 20th, next Saturday, 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. And while the event is sold out, the purpose of the event is to celebrate breast cancer fighters and to encourage breast cancer fighters.
Okay, Ms. Randall, we're going up against the break, so can you just get that information, call Mrs. Winfrey or Mrs. Kimbrough and give them that information?
Sure, I sure can.
And Ms. Randall, let me just share with you, I thank you very much for that. I am a breast cancer survivor. However, on the 20th of July, I will be out of town, but thank you for the great work that you're doing. And if I can support in any other way, I'm there.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Randall.
Of course, thank you.
Okay. Caller, you got the last word?
Yes. Is it possible that they set the voting machines up the night before the election?
Yes.
Make sure they're all working so that on voting morning, they don't be an hour behind when they get in the voting booth.
Gotcha. Ms. Winfrey, Ms. Kimbrough, and Mr. Zoo's going to make sure.
We do that. That's part of our standard operating procedures.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, Detroit. Hello, Detroit. Mrs. Janice Winfrey, my wife. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you
Ms.
for having
Kimbrough,
us.
thank you for being here
Thank you
today.
for having me.
Mr. Zeus, thank you for being here today. Mr. Haygood, who's all in the studio audience, I guess we would say. Thank you for being here. Let's clap it up for Detroit Department of Elections. Make sure you vote next year. Hello, Detroit. Have a great Saturday. Have a great weekend. And on behalf of Reverend Dr. Jim Holley, thank you so much. I'm Tyrone Winfrey. We'll see you next time.